This week, we're going to discuss bookkeeper burnout. And I'm sure at this point, we've gotten past the tax deadline for March 15th, and we are all sitting back and the craziness. The year flips over, and I had this conversation with one of my staff, and I'm like, it never gets easy. No matter how hard we try to prepare, it's always really difficult. And it's always chaotic. Even if you go through the records in December and get the bulk of the year cleaned up or make sure it's really in good shape, you have to figure out that you have to do 1099s, and that kind of slows us down. Even if, like we did, we dedicated an employee to that. It's something that never gets easy. You have to track all your clients. You have to track who you sent the records to. You have to track the changes. You have to track and meet with them and try to go over everything. And if they don't respond, you have to follow up. And it becomes a very hectic time. And you have to get all that done and still try to get January done because we like to reconcile. And this is something that I adamantly believe, based on past experience. January 5th comes does not mean that all the pressure on us to close out the year. Nobody's credit cards end, very few, end right at the end of the year. They usually cross over into the new year. You have to reconcile, you have to get the records done. You want to have that time and space to get that ready. And a lot of times clients are like right there going, where's my records? Where's my records? I want to get my taxes done on time this year. And then we find out later after we do all that work and try to get everything done that they never even did that. They sent it to the tax person and it got on extension anyway, and we hustled our bustle for nothing. But the truth is, we do all of this and it's chaotic and it's insane. And the truth is that as experts, we get burnt out. And it's a definite thing. You feel it. You don't sleep well. You're worried about forgetting things. You wake up in the middle of the night thinking about clients. And if you're a legal bookkeeper and you're feeling this way right now, that you're constantly exhausted and you're snapping at the small things and you're dreading Mondays and you're dreading Monday reconciliations, or you're just lying in bed and you're just worrying about maybe you missed a transfer because all that regular work has to continue even though you're closing out a year, which is different than closing out a month. You're not weak. I'm here to tell you that you're not weak. You're in a high stakes job where one mistake, one error can mean a bar complaint or maybe some lost funds. We don't ever want that to happen. So in 2026, with AI tools coming nipping at our heels and raising the expectations, and there's regulation changes. A lot of times those also happen in January. And sometimes the regulations are tightening with some of these states. The pressure is even higher. And the good news is we can work towards preventing burnout and we can make this reversible. And I'm going to share with you my 7 essential battle tested tips to help you beat that burnout and get your energy and your passion back. So I hope this will help you. Every year we try to tweak and get better, and we still run into the burnout phase, and we just have to set boundaries around what we do. So let's do a self check first. So burnout shows up in 3 big ways. Emotional exhaustion, check. You're often drained even after you sleep. You wake up and you're yawning, right? That happens. Or deep personalization. You feel detached. You feel cynical towards working with the attorneys or your clients. And you feel like you have a reduced feeling of accomplishment, like nothing feels good. That happens too. So for us in legal bookkeeping, some of those triggers can be trying to juggle 20 active accounts, and you're trying to close these files, and constant ledger updates and retainer tracking. And maybe this is the time of the year that your client decided to pivot and change a lot of the things they're doing, and they need extra time for you. And also, I think some of it comes from with us internally. We have a perfection pressure. One wrong IOLTA posting, and you're facing some serious problems, right? Some serious consequences. Maybe some blurred boundaries and late night client emails or weekend audit prep. You have tech overload. You're learning new AI features, and you just don't have enough time. Does that sound familiar? I can see you nodding. You're in good company. Industry surveys show that legal bookkeepers, we feel the burnout. It's 20 to 30% higher than the average bookkeeper. So recognizing this is a step moving forward, right? We're going to work towards fixing it. So number one tip, boundaries. You need boundaries around what your clients ask of you. You don't You're not their only client, and you need to convey that because a lot of times they just expect you to jump, and maybe you train them that way. So put some boundaries up, set some ironclad work life boundaries. Really, starting today, do that. Decide your core hours, 9 to 5. Stick to that. Turn off your notifications. Do not respond to them. Use an auto reply. I'm offline after 5 to recharge for peak performance tomorrow or peak accuracy tomorrow. If it's urgent, there's no urgent. Okay. There's no urgent bookkeeping problems. So you don't want to have that even a consideration. Tell them to communicate with you in email or however they communicate, Lisio, Carbon, whatever. However they communicate with you naturally, tell them to send the communication there. Maybe they can flag it as an urgent and you will get back to them. Communicate this to your clients up front. They respect professionals who protect their focus. They do it for their time. I started this years ago because at times I was like Johnny on the spot. I answered emails. And Sarah said to me one day, you trained them that way. They're doing a text scenario with you back and forth because you answer so quickly. So I noticed that my error rate can really increase because I'm constantly looking at my emails. So I schedule my emails now. They all come out in a pile. And I make sure I put that time frame around it, that I have these boundaries. They're not selfish. They keep you sharper at work. You're not distracted by all the dings and bings and all those things. You're putting a boundary around your time and you're making it your sacred time. So you can use this with time management. You can maybe use the Pomodoro timer. I like to use the Brain HQ one. It's an app that plays music in the background that's created just to help you be productive. And then I set it to 50 minutes. And at 50 minutes, it tells me time for a break. And I get up, I get away from the screen, I go for a walk. I do that because it helps me stay laser focused. Just a 5 minute break. You can walk around the living room. You can take a little walk outside if it's cool enough out. Sometimes in Florida, it's not. And do that. And if you have a big project, so sometimes these year-end projects pop up, right? Prep for them, chunk them, make them in phases. Today we're going to do this. Time block it on your calendar, block 2 hours. It's statistically shown that we always think something's going to take an hour or that something's going to take 30 minutes and you double that time because it's really double. And these techniques alone can start to cut the overwhelm and the last minute panics, which are burnout fuel, right? We want to stop that. Tip number 3, I love this one. You start to look at the dashboards in these files and start to kind of look at how you can create and save repetitive tasks and use the software to your advantage. Don't let technology lift be a heavy load, but don't fight it. Take the time, make a piece of your week time to learn the software better or get certified or start to really work towards getting better at the tools that you have at hand. There's so many things inside these tools that we don't even use. Make it easier. And try to reclaim hours in your day by just taking time to focus. I can remember years ago, I would have a pile on my desk of bills that needed to be filed, and I hated to file. The old fashioned, put them in a file drawer, and they would stack up and stack up. Wouldn't it make more sense just do a little 5 minute every day? I got rid of them and got them off my desk. The same thing when it comes to cloud files and storage, taking that time to clean it up. I've seen some clients and some bookkeepers that I work with desktop and it's, oh my God, it looks like that pile of paperwork. You want to take that and just make it so that you're cleaning it up. It makes you feel better. So start small. Pick one task. Don't try to reinvent the world or reinvent every single thing you do, but start small and just change one thing you do per week and see if that helps. That's another good way to go forward with changing up habits that you've got ingrained in what you've been doing for years. So I think also have a warm and community focused team meeting that will help you as well. Take some time with your team to help them learn the software and learn some of the AI tools that are in there. And invest in growth. So it's important to take the time to really focus on where do you want to be? How do you want to grow? What's the next couple of years look like? It's almost like working towards getting your will or your trust set up, right? You're looking to the future and what it looks like. And then if you have a partner, take a look at what they think it looks like, or other people in the firm, and share that with the team. This is what our future growth is going to look like. This is what we would like to see in the future. Foster some open feedback. There's no blame, just solutions, right? Celebrate wins with your team. Give them a shout out. Hey, they just fixed this awful trust account that was a mess that was brought to us as in a mess. And how did they fix it? And they can share with the team to show them what they know and how they can fix things. Maybe somebody undid a messy payroll. That happens a lot at the end of the year. You've got the payroll connected, but it's a mess. It's something like that, fixing that. And maybe sometimes it works to get a couple of team members in there and they get to learn it and they help each other. So you want to invest in your growth. You want to network with peers. You want to join mastermind groups like our Law Lab, where we all get together and share what we know, and especially with AI and everything that's coming up, what works, what doesn't work. It helps to work with peers and take care of yourself. So these are really my self-care non-negotiables. Making sure you have sleep and start a sleep routine, which sounds crazy that you have to do that, but start to wind down. Again, Brain FM has a wind down playlist. And maybe you just do a little yoga before you go to bed, or maybe you meditate or you journal. These are things that your brain starts to go, oh, we're going to be going to bed shortly. So getting a good 7 to 8 hours sleep, solid sleep where you're not waking up thinking about clients. And that's where that journaling comes in. Put the journal next to your bed and start to write down everything you think. Brain dump. Sarah and I call it a brain dump. We send each other brain dumps with things we don't want to forget. Write it down. And sometimes when it comes to your head, a lot of times for me, it comes in my head in my morning walk, but get out in nature, do a walk. Make sure you save at least 30 minutes every day for you to exercise, get your heart pumping, just get yourself hydrated, don't over caffeinate. Deep breathing is also a really good tip. I teach yoga. Deep breathing, maybe box breathing, where you're counting four, inhale four, exhale four, and there's pauses in there. You pause for four and you just box breathe. That's another good way to do it. So, to wrap it up, beat burnout by spotting these signs early, planning, setting boundaries, managing your time smartly, embracing the technology that's out there, and building a support group of people around you that will help. Set the parameters with your clients, shut off all the extra things that are going to distract you from your daily work, and help your brain stay focused on the task at hand and stick to your little Pomodoro. You block out your calendar for you. So I hope this video is helpful. Send me a comment of what your biggest burnout trigger was this year, and I'll reply back with some personalized advice. And if you like this video, please subscribe, hit that little bell, and you'll get more legal bookkeeping tips that will help keep you sharp and sane. And you've got this. You take care of yourself and keep protecting those trust accounts. And we'll see you all next time. Bye now.